All right, welcome back to Live in July, our celebration and our fundraiser event that we're doing in my mother's name. We're raising money for breast cancer. We're looking to start a tribute fund in her name, like I said, so we can help women or at least one woman per year for 5 years, and every 5 years kind of double it. Not everything is covered by insurance, so there's a lot of costs that come with having a disease like that. So we're looking to help some people in need. So we can only do that with your help. The donation links are in the description, as well as all of our social media, and all that junk, all that stuff that Caden handles. But today is a members only live video. We'll be doing a podcast today. The podcast will go live right after the show ends today. But I'm joined by one of my favorite people now, Mr. Brandon Spink, who is in Batman v Superman. Now he was in Fear Street Part 2. Man, Fear Street Part 2. I mean, the first one I was digging. I dug it a lot. I just had a good time. You know what I mean? It was slasher horror. It brought that kind of feeling back. And then the second one, I was kind of blown away at the feelings I was able to get from it again. That whole like camp vibe.
Right. The summer vibe, yeah.
Yeah. So camp night, what was it? Camp Nightwing?
Yeah, Nightwing, yeah.
Yeah. So I wouldn't want to go there. I'm not about that life. It seems like in the 70s, I don't want to be at any summer camp ever.
Right? That's like how a lot of horror movies start. It's like Jason, that's one.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, exactly. Camp Crystal Lake. Yeah. So talk to me. What was it like when you got the call? Because I think last time we were talking, you said that this originally was not Netflix.
Yeah, it did not start out as Netflix. It was supposed to be movie theater based, everything, and then it kind of Netflix was like, well, let's pick it up. So they picked it up, and it turned out a lot better. It went really well so far. Everything's been going great. It's been good. It's been a real blessing.
Yeah, I don't know if say it came out theatrically. Yeah, I feel like they wouldn't have been able to do what Netflix did.
It could go both ways. It could go awesome. It could have gone bad. But I feel like Netflix, the streaming part of it, did have like a big influence on people. COVID and stuff.
Yeah.
That was released for a while. And who knows? If COVID didn't happen, the movie it would have come out. It would have came out probably a year or so ago. So I mean, you never know how it would have gone. But I'm happy the way it's gone right now.
It's been number 1 and 2 for the past maybe a week or so. It's been flopping back between number 1 and 2. So I'm so happy for you, man. I absolutely, in the cast I loved.
The cast was
her name. So Sadie Sink. I actually have a picture of you guys somewhere in here. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? Oh, maybe I put it in the thumbnail. Yeah. Well, it's in the thumbnail. So there's you and her. So you get to hang out with all the cast and crew. It looked like you guys were at some like not red carpet, but a premiere where there was like chairs and floating things.
It was so you come and walk in. It's a lot of fans. It was like a fan base premiere. Like they were behind us, like they were like probably like 1,000 fans, like all
really.
And it was an outside theme thing, so it was pretty cool. So you would walk in, go to the carpet for a little bit, do the interviews, pictures, and stuff, and then you walk out, and they would have a label with your name on it where you're sitting, and you get a big little beanbag chair, and the movie was there was like a big screen, TV screen, and you'd watch it outside during the night. So it was kind of freaky, but it was kind of cool.
So that's the vibe that it gives, especially outside. I mean, they did some premieres for Jaws like that. Imagine sitting out there for Jaws. For Jaws they did. So you were on like this little float, and you were in like a little like lake thing, and there was a pop-up projector, and so you were sitting in the water while you were watching Jaws premiere.
That's too much.
It's too much for me, man. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
So I mean, how long did it take to get these movies made? How long was the process?
I want to say I don't know how they filmed it in order, but I filmed mine in 2019. So I want to say it probably took about a year and a half to make. I don't know to make all of them, but it probably took about a year to make the second one. I'm not sure.
A year to make, yeah. So
I know they were filming before I was for a little bit, maybe 6 or so months. So it definitely took a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
That 1666 one, that's gonna be crazy.
Oh, that one's gonna be good.
That's gonna be crazy because
I'm saving it. I have it, but I'm not even gonna watch it. I'm gonna wait till it comes out just to
really
stick with it. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, but I think the release schedule for each of them, it was different. It was totally different, because you know, you got part one.
Yeah.
I don't remember exact day, and then part two, July 9th, which I mean, it was only like maybe a month in between. And when's the next one supposed
The next
to come
one
out?
is it's next Friday.
Next Friday.
I think next Friday, because I know it was a 3-week span, and the second one came out. Did it come out yesterday?
July 9th. It came out. The second one
came out July 9th. So I thought it would come out yesterday because yesterday was Friday.
Huh.
But it might be, but I haven't seen it.
Maybe it's next Friday.
Maybe next Friday, yeah.
Maybe next Friday, yeah.
It was like a span of 3 weeks.
Because I've never seen a release. I've never seen a trilogy release like this. So not only is the movie very unique, but
Fear Street, it is out. It came out yesterday.
The
66, it came out yesterday.
What?
Yeah, and I just saw that. It's number 3 in the US right now. It just came out yesterday.
How did I not?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it probably just released like this morning or late last night or something.
Oh, okay. Because wow, so again, this makes it even more prevalent. Yeah. This is a release strategy I've never seen anything take, where it's not a series, right? It's not like a TV series where, you know, 1 episode per week, right?
Yeah.
Or all the episodes at once. This is 3 feature-length films that are debuting one after another. And it's not like, I mean, this could really change how certain films come out in the future, because look at the popularity of it. Look, the popularity of it. I mean, it's sitting at number 1, number 2, and let me guess, that one's going to be in there. You know, you just said it's sitting at number 3 right now.
Number 3, yeah.
So Fear Street, the trilogy, are the top 3 films. You know, maybe I think mine is only set for the United States, but for the United States, Fear Street's the top 3 in the country. Like, and studios are going to take notice of that, and Netflix especially is going to take notice of that. Yeah. Look what we can do. Especially if I mean, why wait a year in between sequels?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, I mean, this could change a lot. But,
it was very interesting when I first heard how it was going to come out, because I didn't know. I was like, oh shit, I'm the second movie. I don't know if it's going to take like a year, you know. And they were like, no, we're doing a 3-week span of all 3 movies. And I was like, I've never heard of that before. But
yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's unheard of, actually.
But it's been really awesome. Like, it's been really cool. It's like a TV series, but it's not. It's like a little movie. Yeah.
So talk to me about your character. How did you get in the mindset of that character? How did you? What did you do to prepare for the role?
So kind of, I would watch like the old those like camp horror movies, like, you know, like the Jason movies, Friday the 13th, all those type of movies. I would watch those and then kind of get this summer camp vibe, and then like 1978 vibe. And you know, I gotta be a little mean, so I kind of had to act like I hated Sadie a little bit.
Yeah.
Get in that mindset, because, you know, you want it to be real when, you know, you're punching her in the face and stuff. But but yeah, that was really it. It kind of came really natural. They all helped out with it, especially if you're in the scene with Sadie, such an amazing actor. Like it kind of comes naturally to stuff, the feeling and the vibe of the whole scene.
Yeah, I mean, did you talk to her about Stranger Things at all?
She said some things about it, about the filming and when the other stuff will come out. But yeah, she didn't say a lot about it, but she said.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. So I mean, your character. I mean, of course, I gravitated towards a little bit because I know you, and I was, kind of watching for the scenes that included you. But overall, I mean, who is your favorite person to work with on set?
Definitely.
Besides Sadie, you can't say Sadie.
Probably Kiara.
And
She played
Kiara.
Sheila, the girl. That
Hold on.
she was in the scene with me.
Oh, she was okay. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Found her. She these girls, these girls right here.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah, those three girls. Yeah.
so these three that are on the left hand side, everyone seems to be really mean to Sadie. Everyone's Ziggy, or I should say, everyone seems to be really, have a lot of animosity towards her. Now, again, you said you got in the mindset by kind of, watching other movies and getting into that, right? But was it was it easy for you? I mean, did you guys have a lot of takes where you had to start over, maybe laugh, because you're trying to be like serious and
Yeah. Yeah, there's been some little things where you say the line, it comes out weird, and you say something weird, and you'll laugh, have some bloopers, definitely, or someone will fall. And that's what happened with us. Like I'm pretty sure I fell one time trying to like rope, and it's all funny and stuff. It's like we'll do it again. It's such a good vibe. It's awesome.
Yeah. And Ben Flores Jr., who plays Josh, that kid, he did tremendous.
Yeah.
He did so good. And how is he? How is he on?
Yeah, so I didn't really get to see him film at all, but I met him at the premiere. He's a really cool dude. Really laid back, chill, cool dude.
Yeah. And they for the most part, I mean, because you weren't shooting this during COVID, right?
Yeah.
So you weren't. There was no restrictions. There was no
nothing.
Nothing.
It was just like how it normally was. I mean, I didn't really experience it like it has been COVID because everything really shut down and nothing was going on. But yeah, it was the summer. It was like right before COVID because it was like right before the start.
Right before the start, right? And if only you knew what was coming, man. If only you knew what was coming, it would have been. God, I mean, where you are, as the mask mandate been lifted?
Yes, in Georgia, people really didn't really do much about, like, people don't really care anyway. But yeah, people don't really care. But the mask mandate has been lifted here, and I don't know about school wise, but I know for like walking in public areas, it has been lifted. Yeah.
Okay. So back to the movie. So the killer. I mean, I don't want to spoil it for anyone. I don't want to spoil anything on this show in particular, especially since the movie's only been out for a week or so, and then now the new one's out. But like when you guys were on set, those costumes are really elegant and beautiful, and the design, they were very freaky looking. I mean, was it kind of intimidating to kind of work around it?
A little bit. I didn't get to see much of like the like killing scenes and like all the like blood designs and all that kind of stuff, but I did get to see like the glimpse of like the weapons they used and like I saw the mask and stuff. But yeah, no, it was really cool seeing it actually. Like I thought it was pretty cool. Like I wanted to go glance at it a little bit.
Yeah. And so would you ever consider doing another film like this?
Yes.
100%.
100%.
100%. So how's life been since we last spoke? Anything new going on?
Just everything's been good. We're in summer right now, so kind of just been chilling with that really. Sports and then auditions here and there, and then the press stuff for Fear Street and the premiere. We went to that, so that was sick. That was awesome. Watching the movie, having it all come out. That's all been going on. It's been good.
So you playing baseball again?
Yeah, we have football right now and then baseball games. Yeah, we had one last night actually.
Because I got some pictures here. You playing some base. By the way, I love your arm sleeves.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
I love those. I mean I'm a big baseball guy, so I was loving the arm sleeves there. And then I found this shot of you, dude.
I look like I'm 30.
Dude, you're gonna be a Hollywood heartthrob.
Thank you, man.
I'm telling you this right now, man. And you better not forget. You better not forget me, because
no.
You know. And then look, you even got your own Hollywood chairs now. And now I know your middle name.
I have that cover. I still have it hanging in my room.
The chair cover come off?
The chair cover. I took the chair cover off and took it home with me.
Brandon Shane. Now I know your middle name. I thought that was great. But I'm so happy for Fear Street. I'm so happy for the trilogy event. So I mean, I know you said and I don't like to normally ask these kind of questions because I think they're kind of intrusive. But can you talk about some of the auditions or like anything that you're eyeing that you might see yourself in?
I don't know if I'm really allowed to talk about it.
Yeah,
there's definitely auditions that I am interested in, and there's definitely some good ones out there that I would love to get. Some really good, for sure.
Listen, I think you could be a leading role. I really do. I have the utmost faith that you could lead a film, and especially a film for. I mean, you didn't really get to work for Netflix because the movie was purchased by Netflix after the fact, but I think not a movie, maybe not a movie similar to Fear Street, but a movie with younger people, and not like a Stranger Things, right? Not like a Stranger Things, because they're a little bit like too young. But I could see you, like, have you ever thought about any sports movies, right?
I love doing those sports movie auditions because it's like I can relate
something you're good at already, right?
It's like I play sports. Like I promise you I can help you. Like it's like I want to do this so bad, and I'm like,
yeah.
I haven't gotten one yet, but I'm hoping I can.
Yeah,
really hope so.
So what are your dreams and aspirations? Like what do you want to accomplish in Hollywood?
I want to be the best actor I can be. I want to be an actor people look up to and be like, I want to be like him when I'm on. I want to make movies that people love. I want people to be like, oh, I don't watch this movie again. I want to watch this movie again. You know, something that people aspire to look up to, you know?
Right. And the older you get, the older you get, the more and more and more and more I could see you playing actual Bruce Wayne.
Oh yeah.
I swear to God, man, I really can. Like you have a bit longer hair now.
Yeah.
But in the movie, the way your hair is, dude, that's like this right here, right?
Yeah, it's like that. It's like that. My hair's been getting a little long, but when it was like shorter, like I'm able to like do the middle part.
I could see a Bruce Wayne in you, man. I really could, especially. Do you watch Titans at all? I don't know if you are interested in these kind of shows, but Titans on HBO Max.
I have not seen it.
No. I mean, it's a show about the Teen Titans.
Oh, okay. I know of the Teen Titans.
Yes, but it's live action and it's a little bit more gritty of a take on the characters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I think that you would fit in. I was literally saying it the other day. I'm like, dude, Brandon could do this.
Oh yeah, no, my buddy, he's I did a TV show with him a while back. He plays Robin.
No way. Jason Todd?
No, yeah.
He plays Jason Todd.
Yeah, what's his name?
You dude.
I'm like I'm brain dead right now.
Hold on, let me get his name. That kid is amazing, by the way.
If you say his name, I'm gonna know it.
Of course you're gonna know it, because it's just it's just the way it goes. Come on, why isn't it? Why isn't it coming up here?
I'm gonna see if I can find this.
Why isn't it? What? It just it says his name's Jason Todd. It's not Jason Todd. That's not his name.
Oh yeah, Kern Walters.
Yes, thank you. Yeah,
he plays Jason Todd, and I did the CB show Game of Silence with him a couple years back.
Yeah, dude, he is about to have a wild season.
Yeah,
a wild season. I don't know if you saw. Clearly you haven't, because you said you didn't watch. But so his character, right? His character ends up getting beaten to death by the Joker.
Oh yes, I remember that
with the crowbar. Gets beat to death, and then they resurrect him with the Lazarus Pit, and then he becomes Red Hood, and that's the storyline they're going with this season. So in the promo, you see Jason or Kieran kind of break into this abandoned circus, and he shouldn't be there, clearly, without backup or something, and he sees this like security guard posted up to a pole with the smile on the face, right? Clearly not natural. And then behind him, all of a sudden it's like this clown. And it's a fake clown. But then the next scene is him getting beaten to death with the crowbar. So his character is about to take a really crazy turn in Titans, and I really highly suggest watching it.
I need to watch that now. That is insane.
Especially because he's your buddy. He's the best part of the show. He nails Jason Todd's persona so well.
Such a good actor. He's such a good actor.
So well.
Yeah.
I mean, lots and lots of stuff going on in Hollywood these days. You're a little bit younger. I know maybe this stuff doesn't, because it seems like maybe you grew up where, you grew up in the South, right? The South is famous for certain views and stuff like that, right? Have you ever had trouble? Have you ever ran into people on set that you don't necessarily like? I'm not saying you guys fought or anything like that. Have you ever met someone on set that you just really didn't vibe with? I don't need names or anything like that.
Everyone that I've usually worked with me has been really nice. I've done my stuff. I've been kind of a young kid, and I wouldn't suppose anyone that's be really mean to a young kid on set. So I've never really met anyone, but I have gotten vibes.
That's true.
I have gotten vibes from people that on set that have been kind of, I don't want to use the term bitchy, but kind of like
diva, a diva.
Yeah, like that. They want what they want when they want. Everything's the whole thing's about them, which sometimes it is. Yes, the scene, but they're kind of rude in a way about it.
Right.
I've seen that, and I've kind of noticed it, but no one's been really mean towards me, which is good.
Yeah. Well, you're a person that by the way, I don't know why I have these up still. You're a person who you're so easy to talk to. You're so nice and genuine. You're very genuine, and you're one of those people that I feel like I could tell my life story to, and you wouldn't bat an eye. You wouldn't blink an eye about it. You'd just be like, okay, well, what can we do to work it out? You do not seem as young as you are, is basically what I'm saying. So that leads me into my next question. Would you ever consider, like I said, would you ever consider returning to the superhero franchise in a different way? Not as a young Bruce Wayne, but as a character. We talked about this last time, but we kind of breezed over it. And are there any characters that you could see yourself playing now that you're growing up? Now, I mean, I could see a lot. I could see a lot of different ways you could go.
I've gotten a lot of talk about the Robin doing that stuff, like Jason Todd and doing all that, and
I think you'd be a better Dick Grayson. To be honest,
people have made edits about that, but honestly, I would love to be another superhero. I mean, Ben Affleck has done too. The guy Captain America, he's done too. He played
Chris Evans,
Chris Evans. Yeah, he did the Fantastic Four, and then he did Captain America. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I could totally see myself getting back into like the superhero roles. Like, I wanted that so bad.
And now, especially because they're doing a lot of this stuff. Like, so for Marvel's doing. I mean, have you watched any of the Disney Plus shows?
I watched
Like Loki, WandaVision.
the what's it called? I'm sorry, my brain is so dead. It's the guy with the Infinity Stone in his head. I don't know why.
WandaVision.
WandaVision, yes, that show.
Yes. You watched that one?
I've watched one episode of that, but I haven't.
Oh God, it's hard to get through.
Yeah, I haven't watched many Disney Plus shows. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hey, listen, if you're gonna watch a Disney Plus show, and if you're invested in the Marvel universe, the show I recommend is Loki. Loki is.
All my buddies have watched that, and they said they love it.
It's unreal. It's unreal. It really is. And what that did was open the door for so much more to happen in the larger universe, right? So characters coming back, iterations of characters we know changing. So man, I'd put out a call to Marvel Studios if I was you.
Yeah.
I think they could use a young, fresh talent like you.
I would love to get back into the superhero things. The fan base is just so awesome too.
It is. It's a great fan base, and you were really young when you were in it. It wasn't. You didn't get to live it too hard. You didn't get to experience everything there was to experience. But
like when I was that young, I knew of I would watch the superhero movies, but I wasn't like as big in the fan base and knowing like all the stuff that goes on. It's like, well, I was only like 9-10 years old. So I wasn't like, full on into everything. And then now that like I'm seeing it now, it's like, holy cow, like this is massive.
It's unreal how massive it is.
Yeah.
We had Tucky Williams on the other night, and she is a LGBTQ plus director, producer, actor. And she was talking about how Hollywood has changed over the years. You're not old enough to really know what old Hollywood is like.
Yeah.
But when you think of Hollywood, or because you don't live in Hollywood.
Yeah, no, I do not.
There's probably a reason for that, right? Because you want a normal life, kind of, right?
Yeah.
If you lived in Hollywood, you couldn't really have that normal life. So, first off, why don't you live in Hollywood? It seems like it'd be the easier choice, right?
I like where I'm at right now in Georgia. Nothing's too crazy to where it's like I have to live out there. I need this. I need auditions. It's like I still get auditions down here. I got my family down here. I'm only 17 years old. I feel like once I get to an adult and older, I will get out there and be out there a lot more. But right now, I'm just enjoying the time while I have it, I guess, of being a young miniature adult, I guess. Not
miniature adult.
Yeah,
hey, you can get into R-rated movies. You're good.
But I guess I'm just living it out, being at home with my mom, dad, all my brothers and stuff, and just waiting until I actually have to go out there. And don't get me wrong, I love going out there. I got my whole acting family out there, my manager, my agency, everyone's out there that I love. So don't get me wrong, I do love when I'm out there. I just feel like I'm not quite ready to go out there yet.
And I like that, and I like that answer. I really do, because I feel the problem with a lot of child actors, and I'm not calling you a child, but you were very much a child when you started. And there's a bad reputation for child actors who grow up in Hollywood, right? And we have people like the Olsen twins. And the list goes on and on. Again, my brain's not necessarily working either. Shia LaBeouf. I mean, he went. Yeah, I love Shia LaBeouf. Don't get me wrong, but he's had his issues. What's that girl with she was in Mean Girls?
Lindsay Lohan.
Lindsay Lohan. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on. Britney Spears. Look what's happening to her. Do you know about that?
I've seen it all over Instagram.
Oh my God. Oh my God. It's unbelievable. So, this stuff it's actually happening, and it's happening to these people who were thrust into an industry where it's very much a dog eat dog world, right? So you have to survive. You have to learn to survive before you even know who you are.
Yeah.
Right. So that's my problem with child actors
Yeah.
is you shouldn't be pretending to be someone you're not before you know who you are truly inside.
Yeah. Hollywood's a dogfight. It's out there. You gotta want it. You gotta, there's no sitting around out there. It's this, that, gotta be there, this, you gotta get that, There's people out there that will chew you up. That's how
Yeah.
there.
Literally. Literally.
Yeah. Literally.
But so what's your favorite thing to do while you're on set to kind of relax?
Relax. I don't know. I'll usually just talk to my mom. We'll sit down, talk to my mom, talk about what's going on. I'll call my family. I'll kind of just chill, watch YouTube, maybe Netflix.
Yeah.
And I wish there was always been a T. I wish sometimes I brought my Xbox, but I never ended up doing it.
What's your favorite game?
My favorite game right now, I'm big into like the sports games and stuff, but I always replay the Arkham Knight games all the time. I played it 5 times. But probably Mlb the Show right now.
I remember. I'm dating myself a little bit here, but I remember MLB the Show. Was it 2005 when David Ortiz? Was it Ortiz?
Ortiz, yeah.
Yeah, Ortiz was on the cover. That was the best baseball game that I've ever played in my life, and I still don't think it can be beaten. Yeah, I still don't.
He is probably the best hitter in the game right now, and MLB the Show 21 right now. He's unstoppable.
Still?
He's so good. They put him in. He's so good. It's like they have like little legend cards, and they'll be like the legendary players.
Yeah,
he's so good. Like it's like home run left and right.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, could you ever see yourself? Would there ever be a possibility? I don't know how good or good you are, but would you ever consider a baseball professional career?
I would. I would consider it. Yes.
And which one makes you? I guess it would come down to which one makes you happier.
Right now, the acting makes me pretty happy. I gotta go with that one. Baseball but don't get me wrong, baseball has like been in my life for like 12 years.
Yeah.
I've played that since I was like 4 years old. But when I'm on set and acting and stuff, that's just I'm there.
You're free. You're
so that's where I'm meant to be. So it's like it's just one of those things, you like feel it. And baseball, like I love doing it, but acting's like my true passion.
That's awesome. Do you have any do you have any methods? We know that guys like Heath Ledger, right? They did these kind of method acting ways. What do you do? How do you like? You're about to right. So we're about to do the clap, right?
Exactly.
And how are you getting? How do you snap out of Brandon Spink and into character?
With auditions and stuff, you kind of like, I usually, if there is a script, I'd love to read about the role. And then I usually is what I do. I make up a story. I make up something to help me out with the scene. Because on auditions, I don't know about the movie. I know nothing about it, but I will make something up and I'll go into there with that, just kind of gut feeling. And then I'll just think my story out, whether it makes me happy, whether it makes me sad. And sometimes if I can't get to there, I'll use relatives, as I know it's terrible, but I'll use like relatives and stuff as a way of kind of cheating it and getting to that spot. But usually I make up stories to get myself in that moment. And usually right before they say like go, you kind of just get there and just think about that story you created.
Yeah. Our auditions, I mean, how nerve-wracking is that to be because some auditions, you're there yourself, some auditions you're reading with someone else. I mean, how does the process go normally? Like, is it just, I've never auditioned for anything, right? So I don't really know the process, but who's usually there? And like, say you're auditioning for movie B, and this director is making it. Is that director the one there, or there's a casting director?
It usually depends on how far you get into the role. Like if let's say, like, I'll usually get the audition and I'll film it with my acting coach. Shout out to her though, too.
Okay.
So I'll go with my acting coach, but sometimes I'll go with myself. I'll do it with other people, really, and they'll tape me and then we'll send it in. But if you get a call back, you'll meet with the director, casting director, and then if not, they'll send you producers, executive producers, and then they kind of make a decision there.
Oh God, sounds like a daunting process.
Sometimes it can take a long time, but it's a process though. But it's exciting. It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
To do it.
I mean, you're 17 now. You're about to be 18. You're about to be an adult. When how long till you turn 18? I don't want a month date or anything like that, but how long?
I got like 9 or 10 months.
9 or 10 months. 9 or 10 months left till you're a full, by society standards, you're an adult, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
You can serve in the military, but you cannot drink a beer. Don't you dare.
I won't.
But have you ever thought about, because I mean, movies are great, but the advent of the TV series, right? The advent of these big budget television shows, right? Game of Thrones, I mean, you name it. Let's go down the list. The Witcher on Netflix,
Right.
Which just debuted its trailer for season 2. What about getting into something like that where it's a steady paycheck rather than auditioning every couple months?
Yeah. No, I love the TV series. I love staying in that role and kind of building a bond with cast. Like I said, I've done TV series before and I've loved it every time. I've made friends with all the people. Berlin Station, I've done that. And I still keep in contact with people. The Game of Silence, like I did with, like I said, with Kern Walters.
Yeah.
With him. And I was supposed to do the Johnny Knoxville. Do you know who Johnny Knoxville?
Do I know?
I'm guessing you do.
Do I know who Johnny Knoxville is? Of course I know who Johnny Knoxville is.
Yeah, no. So the back, it was maybe about 5 or 6 years ago. The ABC did a Johnny Knoxville TV series, and
Yes.
I booked the role. I played young Johnny Knoxville, and they were gonna do something like that. We did the first episode. They did it, but they never picked it up.
Yeah, it's in your list.
It's in my list. ABC never ended up picking up that show, and that show was the funniest. It is the most funniest, awesome show. I wish it got picked up. It was so awesome. Working with him was great too. He
was there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was on set. He was on set teaching me how to do these stunts and stuff, telling me how to do it. It was awesome.
Wow. Do you have where is that episode?
Dude, I don't know if it's been released, but I feel like it's in my demo. I feel like there's some stuff I've done. I feel like it might be my demo reel, but that I can, if I find some clips, dude, I'll send it to you.
Please. I would love to see how, because there was this article that I read about you, and it was back before now, and it was like Brandon Spink, something of that is having a stellar year. Not only is he playing a young Bruce Wayne in Batman v Superman, but he's now set to play young Johnny Knoxville. And it was like, wait, what? Well, I've never heard, because if a show about young Johnny Knoxville was on, I would have known about it. Mm-hmm. I mean, I love Johnny Knoxville. I love everything that he's done. I think the guy's hilarious. But I was like, I know it. I was like, maybe, and that's when I came to that conclusion. I was like, maybe it just didn't get picked up.
Yeah.
So pilot season's pretty crazy.
Yeah, pilot season is coming up too. Good.
Yeah. So hopefully we get you in there somewhere.
I'm hoping as well.
That's the thing about TV nowadays is it used to be, way back when, right? Way back when, all those years ago, that an actor went from TV and worked their way to film. But now it's not the same.
Now it's like
right?
going to film and film back and forth.
Back and forth and back and forth. Because the quality of TV has gotten unreal. I mean, like I said, you watch some of these Disney Plus shows, you watch Game of Thrones, the budgets, the CGI, the acting, the quality of the show is just as good as if you're in the cinema. Right. So booking a long-term TV show, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's a steady paycheck. It's in a world where, like you said, Hollywood, where it's dog eat dog, you're kind of set unless the show gets canceled. But you could go like look Supernatural. Look how long that show went. 15 seasons. Yeah. Right? Those two guys didn't have to book anything else and they were set. 15 to 20 years. I mean, I'm not saying that's what you should do, but that's the good thing about Hollywood is there are options. And I mean, what would you rather do? Would you rather be a big movie star or like I feel like everyone wants to be a movie star, right? You want to be a star. Yeah. But where do you see yourself in like 5 years?
I mean, I see myself doing either. I see myself doing both, but it's just like it's such a hard decision because movies are awesome to do, but films are just like, I mean, and like TV shows are like, that's like family. That becomes like family, like doing.
Yeah.
It's a big commitment to do a TV show.
Like Berlin Station, right? So, I mean, how long were you on that set?
Oh, I was on that set probably 6 months.
6 months, right?
I was living in Berlin. We live in Berlin. Yeah.
And you were living out there, and you kind of create this bond. I mean, you were the son of
Leland.
What was the name?
Leland Orser.
Yeah. So you were the son, and you kind of like find out that your dad's living this double life, I think, right?
Yeah.
And by the way, for anyone who's listening or watching, I truly recommend that you watch Berlin Station. It's a fantastic show. Not just because you're here, I'm saying this. Like I watched it before I knew you. Mm-hmm. So I love that show. And now with all these streaming services and Hollywood is definitely going through like a change, right?
Right.
We could be looking at a completely new set of circumstances, a new Hollywood in which the process has become different. And I don't know where that leaves. I don't know how that would work, but overall, what was your experience after the fact with Netflix? Because Netflix, and not to cut you off, I've been doing a lot of talking this episode. I'm an asshole. You did not start off with Netflix with Fear Street, but Netflix bought it. How was how did Netflix treat you guys, after the fact? Did you like working with the streaming company?
Yes, it's been, I mean, Netflix has done so much for us with like, budget wise, the premieres coming out, the influencing and kind of spreading out the word of Fear Street and advertising. They've done so much. Like we wouldn't be where we're at without Netflix. I mean, of course, but
yeah,
Netflix they've done a tremendous amount for us. They've done so much for us.
That's awesome. Cause they don't get like a bad rap.
Yeah.
But from other directors, right? Like Christopher Nolan. Even though Martin Scorsese did a movie with Netflix, he still gives streaming companies a hard time. Zack Snyder wasn't always a huge fan, but now he's working with Netflix and HBO Max and stuff. But it seems like, could you see a world where movies don't go to theaters anymore?
Yes. With COVID, that kind of scared me a little bit.
Didn't it?
I was like, movie theaters are done right now. Like, not like they're literally releasing old stuff. Like, right now is the only time movies have come out. Like,
Black Widow's out right now.
Black Widow came out on there. They have the they had a Quiet Place 2 just come out for them.
Yeah.
Birds that just came out. Like, this is now like where they've been starting releasing movies again, and it's like it kind of feels almost like they gotten forgotten a little bit. Like, everyone was doing streaming and more stuff was coming out. I'm gonna be honest with you, I totally forgot about the movie theaters.
Yeah.
Like,
and then and like HBO Max did the day and day release.
mm-hmm.
Right? So you had the option of staying home and watching it or going to the movie theaters and watching it.
Exactly.
Most people are going to stay home.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Especially in a pandemic.
Yeah.
Do I think it was a good and brilliant strategy? Yes. But I also think it's going to hurt the film industry in the long run.
Yeah,
because now these companies, these studios see, oh, we don't even have to pay the movie theater anymore. Yeah. Right? We don't have to give them a cut of anything.
Go straight to streaming.
Go straight to streaming. And, so Netflix, let's say for the sake of argument, Netflix has 3 million subscribers and they pay $10. Let's just, for the sake of argument, they pay $10 for the whatever price, right? The subscription price, yes. What is that? So what is that?
I'm pretty sure
it's a very easy calculation. I'm just not that good at math.
10 times 3 million.
That's $30 million per month, right?
Yeah.
So if they have 3 million households that are subscribed at $10 a piece, that's $30 million per month, right?
Yeah.
Studios are looking at that like, well, I want that, right? We could only hope that our movie makes $1 billion at the box office, right? Mm-hmm. For one movie. Right. These guys are getting paid $30 million per month. Yeah. For that, for the year, that's 360. Yeah. Jesus, that's a lot of money.
Yeah,
that is a lot of money. A lot of money. That's a lot of money to be making, and that's why Netflix can put so much. I mean, Netflix has plans to put, I think it's like $20 billion into their slate of movies next year.
Yeah, that's what I've seen that. It's
so
crazy how it's becoming. It's because now, like, all those companies that aren't with Netflix, that do the movies theaters, that are big into movie theaters, they're like, well, crap. Like, what are we gonna do now? Should we sign with the Netflix? Should we sign with H? It's like, it's one of those things. It's gonna create something big.
Yeah.
For the film industry, whether negative or positive.
Yeah. I mean, does it worry you as an actor?
Or
as a you're growing up in this really. You're growing up while Hollywood is going through arguably its biggest change ever.
Yeah.
So I mean that it's got to worry you on some level.
It's worrying me. Yeah, it's worried, but it's like I don't know.
You got to take it on the chin and just keep rolling.
Take it. You got to. Yeah, it's like I got to go with the flow with it. Nothing really much you can do about it.
Yeah. No, 100%. So, I just want to say that, Fear Street, Berlin Station. How many credits do you have now?
I have.
Let's see.
So Batman, Mother's Day, Berlin, Fear Street, Game of Silence, Game of Your Life. We have Once Upon a Time. Say about 8 or 9. 8. maybe
Yeah, 9.
9.
Yeah, it looks like 9.
9.
So you have 9 credits at 17 years old, right? That's amazing. You're truly one of a kind. And like I said to you last time, I have this gut feeling that you look Ryan Gosling, even Britney Spears, Shia LaBeouf, they all started as young actors, right? And like guys like Gosling, they went on to do great things. Something in my gut tells me that you're gonna do great things.
Thank you.
You got the look, you know, you got the look, you got the chops, you got the attitude, you got the motivation. I really, really do think that you're gonna do great things in Hollywood. I really do. I just hope that you keep this mentality.
I will.
Because if you sell out, you know, it's you know, sometimes we have to sell out, but don't ever compromise your dreams for someone else's motivations, right? So do you and just be happy and you know, I know it's hard to take advice or from someone who isn't in that industry at all, but you know, just you're 17, you're about to graduate high school, right?
Yeah, senior this year.
Yeah. I wish I could go back to high school. I really do. And like some people are always like, "Oh, I can't wait to get out of this fucking school. I hate it here. I hate it here."
Yeah.
Dude, you don't know what you hate until you get your first electrical bill. Like, trust me, you don't. It's not fun on the other side either.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, dude, you're gonna do great things. You really are. You really are. But we're keeping these to around an hour and 15 minutes. Once Upon a Time, that's a show. Would you ever is that show still on?
Yes,
It is still on, right?
It's on ABC, and then it also does Netflix as well.
Yeah, because I always see it on Netflix. So talk to me about that show, because I never watched that one.
That show is awesome. Like just being on the medieval times set, and then there would be like the normal time set. It was sick. It was like I get to see all the and the wardrobe too, what I got to wear, and then having Rumpelstiltskin, and then like having put the makeup on. It was great.
Yeah. Do you remember what episode it was?
Yeah, season 6, episode 13.
Wow, look at you, man.
I got good memory.
That's why you're an actor and you can do that.
Yeah, it's helped out a little bit.
So you said season 6, episode 13.
I think the episode name is Ioning Bond. I don't know. Can't even remember.
Episode 13. All right, because I'm gonna have to watch that.
Yeah.
Once Upon a Time, it's not really my thing, right?
Oh.
I mean, it is. Is that it's more of an anthology series than anything, right?
Exactly.
So each story, every episode is different.
Every season is like.
Every season. So it's like American Horror Story.
Basically, it's like that. It's every season takes like a turn. So the first season, we'll do like. I'm just giving examples. They're like knights in shining armor. They're like the old medieval times, and then one they'll go into like what's it called?
I'm still here, by the way. My camera that just unplugged. 1 second.
Yeah, no,
keep going.
And they did the I'm so brain dead. They'll do like but they'll do different storylines of Disney. They did Frozen one season. They did the Elsa. They've done Little Red Riding Hood. They've done Robin Hood. They've done a lot of stuff like that. Huh. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Each season is like a new story though.
So, which one were you in? I was in the
I forget what the theme of my storyline was. It was about Rumpelstiltskin.
Oh my god.
It was Rumpelstiltskin because I played Rumpelstiltskin's son in that.
I found some stuff. Hold on. Yeah. Oh yeah. We're about to have some fun here. You're such a cute kid, by the way.
Yeah, that was a little bit of time ago too.
That was a long time ago, man. How old were you? You were. This must have been. You
14.
were just after Batman.
It was like no, it was like 12, 13.
So this is a couple of years after Batman.
Yeah, a couple years after Batman.
Hold on, let me upload these pictures here.
No, you're good.
Oh my god, with the little dagger. That's so
Yeah,
cute.
the dagger.
I see this little dagger. Hey, there he is.
Do you want me to spoil it for you a little bit, or do you want to wait and watch it?
No, God, spoil it.
Okay. So the basic of the scene is my dad, Rumpelstiltskin, used this dagger to become the evil one, have black magic inside of him to where he could, because back when in a war they were fighting ogres, he kind of wimped out and broke his leg on purpose so he didn't have to serve in the war, and he was kind of called like a
Donald Trumped it.
yeah. Yeah, so it was like they were like, oh, you're not a man, you're a coward, so he became the Dark One and took in this black magic and used the dagger to slay all the ogres in the war. And this guy comes in and he's confronting him. He's like, you wouldn't have been able to have done it without your magic. You're not a real man. You're still a coward for wimping out in the war. And they kind of get into this little feud, and I'm like, Dad, like, you don't need it anymore. You said you would stop doing this. Like, you're still doing it. So I kind of come in and I take the dagger, and then I become the evil one and I run away.
You become evil?
I become evil, yes. At the end of the scene, you see me, I take the dagger, and the dagger kind of affects me a little bit, and the black magic kind of comes to me a little bit, and I become.
Oh, jeez. My boy's evil now.
And the next day, you see me run away.
So,
never to return.
Never to return. Hold on, I'm grabbing a couple other pictures here.
That thing was so heavy. That was probably the heaviest things I've ever held in my entire life. That sword. It was real straight. It was real.
It was real. It was like a real heavy.
It was like a real, it was like real everything. Like, it was probably about 10 pounds.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was heavy.
But
10 pounds, I'd say, yeah.
And then we got this little skeleton guy from the first one.
Mask.
Where's the other one that I just grabbed? I just grabbed another pic. What the hell? Where'd it go? Oh, right here. So is this? I want to know if this one. So this one was. Where was this?
A rap party for Fear Street.
This is the rap party at the Fear Street. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, I mean, listen. Let's not be coy here, okay? You're a good-looking kid, right? You're around a bunch of, equally aged women, mm-hmm. Right? Any flirting going on in the scene? Any flirting going on the sets?
No, there was no flirting going on.
No flirt. Do you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend?
I do have a girlfriend.
You do. All right, so there's none of that. None of that's going on.
Yeah, so when we were filming that, because we've been dating for almost 3 years now. So
good for you.
Yeah, it's been a long time. So but yeah, no, there was not really any flirting. I don't know about the other cast members, but
yeah,
for me, yeah, no, nothing was really going on.
Good. Save your bacon there. Good.
Yeah.
Is she proud of you? I mean, is she? Well, actually, is she an actor, or did you meet her in?
No, she doesn't do any of the acting stuff. She does like musical theater. She likes to sing a little bit, but nothing related towards the acting, which is why I like that a little bit.
Yeah,
too. But it's like I'm have my own thing going on, and she's my biggest. Other than my mom, she's one of my biggest supporters, and she helps out with everything. She helps with auditions. She's great. She's awesome.
Yeah, and does she come? I mean, I'm assuming she can't just uproot her life and fly to Hollywood
she has her own thing going on too. Like, it's not just me. Like, she has stuff.
Yeah, of course.
She understands. She's like, you go do your thing. I'm proud of you,
yeah. But she's never like come to the sets with you or anything.
No, she's never come to the sets with me. No.
Aw. Well, one day.
I always wanted to take her to like a premiere, like something like that, but it's never been end up happening. But hopefully soon it will.
Yeah. Yeah, trust me, you're going to be in plenty of things, and she'll have plenty of opportunities to go. While you guys are young, you're both going to be still doing your own things. You got, she got her theater, you got your acting, and one day, um, it'll converge, and you'll both be supporting each other, and you'll go to her things, she'll go to your things, and it'll be a beautiful experience. And definitely enjoy it while enjoy it, because one thing I can say is time does go by a little bit too quickly. So just always remember to live in the moment, and don't take anything for granted. Really, trust me. I've done it. I just lost my mother 3 months ago. Actually, when were you with us last?
I'd say it wasn't too long ago.
It wasn't too long ago.
It wasn't too long ago. It was. I think it might be a little bit before that.
Yeah, I think you came on, and then a couple of weeks later it happened. So, just remember, I know you said your mother's your biggest supporter. My mom was my biggest supporter, right? And that's why we're kind of doing this whole thing this month and bringing people back. And that's why, you're only 17, but you're, like I said, you're well past that in the way you act, right? You're a good person, and just the fact that you agreed to come back and help us raise some money and do this says a lot about your character. And I just want to say I truly deeply appreciate it.
No, I'm sorry to hear about your mom, by the way. I'm really, truly. I'm just, I relate to it. I wanted to come on here for this. My aunt had breast cancer a little bit ago. She just got off of it, and she's cancer free right now. So this is something truly that hits me to the heart as well. I'm glad I was able to come on and able to do this with you as well.
Yeah. And maybe you could share the link. I'll send it to you after.
Yeah, no, I'll share that link, post it everywhere.
Yeah. And then that's about going to be doing it for today. But any final, listen, as soon as you get us another role, just let me know.
I will.
We can come on and we can talk about it. If you're allowed to, disclose that information or anything like that.
Yeah.
You can come on and we can talk. I love talking to you. I think you're super entertaining, and anything I can do to help spread the word. I want you to be the next I don't know. Who's your favorite actor?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
You're a Leo guy.
Leo. Yep.
Yeah, it's hard. Those are big shoes to fill, man.
Big shoes to fill. Yeah.
Those are huge shoes to fill.
See something else.
Yeah. But yeah, so I want you to be the next Leo, man, so I can be friends with the next Leo. Because I can't do it. So no, I'm just kidding. But no, truly. So where can people find you on social media?
You can find me on Twitter, Brandon S. Spink. You can find me on Instagram, Brandon.Spink, and mainly Facebook. If you just search up Brandon Spink, I'm all over there. And then get me guys on Snapchat, Brandon_Spink99. Do all that, and yeah.
All right. And then now Fear Street, Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3 are streaming now on Netflix. So head over. If you haven't already watched all 3, or if you've only watched 1, catch up on both of the other ones. They're truly just amazing, amazing movies. And it's such a cool, it kind of brings that slasher vibe back. There was a long lull in the horror industry where it was all like paranormal activity stuff. So this kind of brought that feeling back, those feelings that we had with old slasher movies, but it had a mix of like new age horror in it as well. So I think you guys did a tremendous job, Brandon. You are truly, one of a kind. And I'm very glad to be able to call you a friend. And I know you're going to be doing big things. So let me know anytime that you want to join, or anything that's going on that we could talk about. you know where to find me.
Of course, brother. I'll text you. Please hit my line. Let me know if you need anything as well. You give me a call.
All right. My friend Brandon, this has been the Pop Culture Corner, guys. Again, we're raising money for breast cancer. That's what this is all about. We're starting a tribute foundation under my mother's name so that we can help someone every year who's battling breast cancer. Insurance does not cover everything. My mom spent more money at CVS on bandages, on pain medicine, all that kind of stuff than you would expect. So those costs are not covered mostly by insurance. So that's what we're looking to do, is help one woman per year with those kind of costs. And we're looking into other ways to help, but and all super chats, all membership fees, all advertisement money, everything that our revenue stream for this month is going towards that goal. The goal is $500 to start. So if you could help get us to our goal, that would be the most helpful. Make sure to like this video, share it on social media, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if this is your first time here, we thank you and we welcome you. Guys, we do it for you. We do it for the culture. This has been me and Brandon Spink.